Hi, this is Dao Too Fast here, and in this video I will show you how you can also have a cell phone stand just like this one, very inexpensive. And this cell phone stand actually charges your cell phone and also acts as a cradle to hold the cell phone in that position that you're looking at. Because my cell phone already have a protective case installed, I had to modify the connector at the bottom slightly so that it will fit this cell phone. Now, if you don't have any protective case, there's really minimal amount of modification you need to do. I also modified the back of this charger so that there's a red LED here. Now you can put whatever color LED you want on this charger. And the best thing is, this cell phone charging stand, along with the parts I've added, costs less than $1.50. So let's get started and I'll show you all the parts you need to do this project. The main part of this project is the charging stand itself. And actually I found these ones at my local Dollar Tree dollar store. And if you have a Dollar Tree locally in your area, go take a look. Now I know their product inventory do change, but hopefully they'll continue to carry this product because being a dollar store, these charging station or charging stand only cost $1 each. They come in two different colors. You have the black on the right and the white on the left. So let me open one up and I'll show you what's inside the package. So here is the charging station, and inside this plastic bag is the USB connector. So you will need to provide your own adapter to provide 5-volt into this USB connector. And this USB connector will then provide 5-volt to the micro USB connector that's over here. The other parts that you'll need to do the modification is going to be hot glue gun, resistor for the LED itself, drill bit, crazy glue, knife, a little pry tool, and solder to do some soldering. The first thing you want to do is flip this upside down and you'll see there is a clear plastic panel that comes out. This actually gets installed in this position and it helps the cell phone to rest on this surface. The next thing we need to do is remove and separate the bottom piece from the top piece. So just go around like so. There are no screws holding this or glue, so it's very easy. So as you can tell from this charging station is that this will work for any cell phone with a micro USB charger port at the bottom of the cell phone. Now the reason I have to modify this one is because after you install this plastic piece, and again my cell phone already has a protective case which adds extra thickness to this, and by the time you look at the side view in this, it does not fit properly. So what I'll need to do is move this micro USB connector out towards the front a little bit more. If you flip this upside down, you'll see this connector, the micro USB connector here. It actually can be removed very easily. And then what we'll need to do is cut another opening right in front of the original hole there. I used a permanent marker and marked where the hole needs to be. And using a drill with a very small drill bit, I'm going to drill holes all around here so I can get the opening I need. Once you have the holes drilled, get yourself an X-Acto knife or a very sharp knife that you have and just carefully cut through the drilled area. Now as you can see, it's a little rough, but all you have to do is get the knife and just shave off the rough area around the opening. Take the connector and test fit it. You can fit it through the top just to make sure the size is the right size. And if it's too tight, get your knife and just go ahead and shave off a little bit of the plastic. Once you find out the opening is a proper size, then we'll go ahead and get ready to mount this. So here's a closer look at the hole that I've cut. And the way the connector gets fitted is you put it in from the bottom. Now this micro USB do have a curved side to this, so make sure the curved side faces outwards. And one thing to note is that this connector needs to be angled. You don't want to mount it straight up, because when you put the phone down, the phone is going to be angled in this direction. Next we'll get our hot glue and just go around and put the hot glue around the edge of the connector. While it sets, hold it in its place. Now we'll install a LED right in the middle here so that this plastic piece will light up when there's power. And here I have a blue LED, and in the beginning of the video the other one I made is red. You can choose whatever color you want. And being a 5-volt supply, you're going to be looking at getting a resistor that is about 120 ohm. Since I don't have a 120 ohm resistor, I'm using a 100 ohm resistor. I'm going to put in series with this 33 ohm. That'll give me 133 ohm, and that will be enough to limit the current so you don't damage the LED. To mount the LED in the middle here, I have a drill bit. Find a drill bit that's a little smaller than the overall diameter of the LED. We'll go ahead and drill the hole right in the middle here. We'll install the LED in here, and you don't want to push it all the way through, but just a little bit where you see it sticking out. And to hold it in its place, on the back side, put a drop of crazy glue. Now the LED has a long lead and a shorter lead. The long lead is your positive, and then the shorter lead is your negative. So keep that in mind, because we're going to connect that in series with the resistors onto the 5-volt power supply here. So let's start soldering the resistor. What we need to do next is to open up the wire so we can get access to the 5-volt and the common wire. Just carefully splice open the wire. And this will give us access to the 2 wires that we need. And the 2 wires on this cable will be the black and the yellow wire. We'll cut the insulation off. Once we've removed the insulation, the 2 wires we'll need is going to be the yellow wire, which is the positive 5-volt, and the black wire, which is the common. And these wires are very thin, so you can use your nail and just carefully pull back the insulation. And you see these 2 wires are now exposed. We'll tin the wire with solder. Now we'll solder the negative side of the LED onto the black wire here. Now we'll solder the resistor to the positive lead of the diode. the other side of the resistor. We'll go ahead and solder it to the yellow wire. To make sure that these do not short out, what you want to do is separate them and then get the hot glue gun and just carefully glue this in place so they don't move around. Route the wire around one of the posts and test it to make sure it lights up. The last step is to glue this transparent piece in place, and all you have to do is put a dab of hot glue at the bottom. At this time you can install the bottom cover. And now I'll put my phone onto the stand and show you that it does charge. Well, I hope you enjoy watching this video, and for those of you who are looking for a charging docking stand for your cell phone, you might want to give this a try. If you have any questions, leave a comment below, and if you like the video, please subscribe. Thank you.